intro here for the Bear Pack. Before we get into this video, we wanted to share that we are growing here on this channel, and that is all due to your guys' love and support. The growth has been amazing. So as we grow, we wanted to give you guys some goals to work towards as we get into this football season. We're going to pull them up right now. Here are our goals. We're currently sitting at about 6,700 subs on this channel. So at 7K subs, we're going to have a Bobby Witt Jr. bobblehead giveaway. I got that at the first game of the Kansas City Royals opening day. It is still in the box. Haven't taken it out. It's in great condition. So that's going to be a good prize. And by the way, Bobby Witt Jr., 20 home runs now in the season. He's having a great second half of the year. 8K subs. We're going to have a jersey giveaway. We've done a lot of jersey giveaways. We'll probably do 2 jersey giveaways at 8K. 9K subs. Sports memorabilia giveaway. That can be anything from a jersey to a sports card to something else in reason. We don't want to be giving away a LeBron James signed game jersey, but we will try our best on that sports memorabilia giveaway. 10K subs, our big one. $1,000 giveaway. When we get there, we'll probably have people decide in the chat what they want to do with that. We can either have 10, 100, 2, 500, or just $1,000 giveaway, whichever one anybody wants. And then the 12K subs, we're going to try to send somebody to a game of their choice, 2 tickets each. We are very excited for this football season as it is our money maker. We did great last season, looking to ride that momentum into this season. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and don't miss out on these upcoming season. Enjoy the video, guys. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Well, I love that one. So let's move on to the wide receivers here. And I'm going to be starting it off with Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I think that's a pretty easy 1-2 combo. It would be interesting to see if anybody put Jamar over Jefferson, but we'll wait to see what you guys do. And then 3, I have Tyreek Hill highlighted. I'm putting Tyreek Hill this high because he's a veteran that's proved it throughout his career. And also because on his podcast, he said multiple times, I'm putting up 2K. He said that in early June, and then he doubled down in it late July. He said, hey, just in case some of you guys forgot, I'm putting up 2K. So if you believe Tyreek Hill, do not walk out of your draft without him because 2K receiving yards is a lot of fantasy points. And the Dolphins, they love to throw the ball a ton with Mike McDaniel. And with him having another year underneath his belt, I think he's going to scheme up a lot of good passing plays for Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And we even saw Tyreek Hill multiple times last year line up directly in the backfield right at the running back position and even take some carries. So if we see that again this year, I think that Tyreek Hill in the top 3 is a sure bet, especially since the Dolphins did not do anything to add to their running back room. I would not be surprised to see Tyreek Hill finish the season with 20-plus carries out of the backfield. So I love Tyreek Hill at number 3. And then Devontae Adams at number 4. You got to love the Las Vegas Raiders because Devontae Adams, he's going to put up another high wide receiver PPR year. And I actually heard a question, and a lot of people were saying, who is the number 1 wide receiver of this generation? And they are saying Devontae Adams, and I don't disagree with that because he's had a lot of consistent seasons, and this one should be no different, especially with Jimmy G there. And then A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, some NFC East guys right there. Both of their offenses should be able to sustain a wide receiver 1. Cooper Kupp, I put him this low because I mean, Cooper Kupp, he's just so hard to kind of know what he's going to do. His value solely relies on Matthew Stafford. And Matthew Stafford almost retired at the end of last season. So it's kind of unsure what kind of season Cooper Kupp's going to have. And then we got Stephon Diggs. Who knows? He could be a top 3. He could not be a wide receiver 1. He could be on a different team by the middle of next season. So we'll see what happens with Diggs. And I got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill's running mate. And I think that the Dolphins offense can definitely support 2 wide receiver 1s. They did it last year. And this year should be no different with a full season of Tua. And then I put Deebo Samuel at number 10. I think that's a little bit spicy. But I really love the chances for Deebo to return to form this season and claim that wide receiver 1 ranking again. And yes, he does have to deal with CMC taking away his carries, but I think that could actually help him out in the receiving game because Deebo at times could be the third focus behind Kittle and CMC, and that's going to go a long way to allowing Deebo to get a lot of yak, something that he absolutely is elite at. And he's only had 1 year of being dominant, and that was in 2021, where he finished as the wide receiver 3. But besides that, his highest finished was wide receiver 32. But I do think this is going to be a season that gives us closer to a wide receiver 3 season than a wide receiver 32 because he's going to have a full season with Purdy. And we saw so many times last season Purdy's just simply giving his playmakers the ball. And Deebo should have no problems with being a consistent 14-plus fantasy points a game. So that's my top 10, starting with Justin Jefferson, rounding off with Deebo. Seth, what about your list?
Yeah, Trey, I'm right there with you with my number 1. I got Justin Jefferson as my number 1, too. He's insane. There's no way I could put Jamar Chase over him. What Jefferson did last season was incredible. I have Chase at 2. Then at 3, I have Cooper Kupp all the way at number 3 because I love me some Cooper Kupp. He is, in my opinion, one of the most, or probably the most reliable receiver in the NFL. You can just count on him to catch anything that's thrown to him. At 4, I have Tyreek Hill, just because of his big playability. Tua can just give him the ball within 10 yards and just let him run after catch and see what happens with that. Then I have CeeDee Lamb after that, and one of my favorite receivers in A.J. Brown at number 6. Brown always tends to go off against the Chiefs as well. It seems like he's always over 200 yards when they play each other. Then I have Stephon Diggs at 7, and then one of my favorite receivers going into this year is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is last year, he exploded onto the scene in his second year with the Lions. He had 146 targets, which ranked him number 8 in the NFL, and he was 4th among receivers in yards after catch last season with 521. This is a guy that gets targeted a crap ton. He has Jared Goff's confidence in him. I really like Amon-Ra St. Brown. There's an argument that I could have moved him up higher on my list, but I just kept him down at 8, even though I do love his value. Then at 9, I have Devontae Adams, who, like Trey said, is also very steady. You can count on him to put up big numbers each year. And then here's my biggest riser, and one that might catch me some flack, but I have Calvin Ridley at my number 10. Like Jesse said, he's looked good in preseason. He's cutting good. He's looking good. He's looking back kind of to his form where he was in 2020, where at times he was unguardable. I think with Trevor Lawrence, this guy's just going to be even better than he was in 2020. I know he had a long layoff, and I know there might be some rust on him, but if he gets anywhere near the form he was in 2020, we could be looking at a top 10 fantasy score.
Yeah, I was really wanting to put Ridley on my list because he looked really good, like Bear said earlier in the training camp videos. But I'm excited to see if Bear has Ridley or if he has somebody else at his 10 spot. But Bear, what's your top 10 wide receivers?
Yeah, we're going to start with the 1 and 2, obviously, JJ and Chase. You cannot go wrong with one of those as the 1 or 2 pick. Both of them are going to have a great year. Maybe Chase a little bit more than Jefferson with the double team. Jefferson's probably going to get all season long, but I do like both those guys. Cooper Kupp obviously up there. Honestly, 1 through 4, you can't miss with any of those guys. Stephon Diggs at the 5. And then I have St. Brown 2 spots higher than Seth. Brown still keeps a notebook of 15 receivers drafted before him. He said it's something he'll never forget. And I actually listened to a podcast the other day that had St. Brown on. He sounds like the nicest dude in the world. He has that list memorized, and he is motivated to make those teams regret not taking him. I also heard Dan Campbell talk about him, and he's very excited for what he can do for them this season. Last year, like Seth said, he had the breakout year. And I probably could have put Jared Goff on the top 10 list for the quarterbacks because that Lions offense now is going to be electric with Gibbs in the backfield. They were already good last year. They're going to be even better this year, getting Jameson back after 6-game suspension as well. I see big things happening for St. Brown this season. And I'm going to go to 7, Devontae Adams, maybe a little bit higher. I'm going to drop CD to the 8. I'm a Dallas fan. I'm a big Dallas fan. Dak Prescott can't throw the ball. CD Lamb goes to the 8. A.J. Brown at the 9. And then DK Metcalf at the 10. I want to touch on DK Metcalf. A lot of people are giving DK Metcalf heat because everybody says he can't run routes very well. He has extreme speed. His route running has been brought into question over the last couple of years. Even if his only route is a go route, I think he's going to have a great season again because I'm very high on Geno Smith. And I'm very high on the Seattle Seahawks. DK is the number 1 option on that offense. And we saw what they did last season with Geno Smith. And I'm thinking that it's going to be even better this season, more production from Geno Smith than last year. This feels wrong coming out of my mouth. Geno Smith, top 10 quarterback in 2023, but I love it. The more I say it, the more I love it. DK Metcalf will be a top 10 fantasy receiver this season. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in-depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.